Right, my people, good morning. I was on fmanfred on YouTube, your early morning session. Hey, was on fmanfred on YouTube. Obviously, we want to always come to you. It's your consistent analysis in terms of everything that's going on in the world of football. And transfer window, it's coming to a close. It's coming to a shutting team. Obviously, this morning you better round up for you and all of that. By my reason, then you Champions League games. So if you've not, your Pantana say open codes no sticky, and then this is your place for you. And this is your place for you. Just pause the video and then go into the description of the video. May the quotes in here to one like the quotes now who are saying, I've put everything also in the description of the video. So just go in there, pick up those quotes, and then go into Betway. On Sunday we won big, so I'm very confident. Say your streak is on. We're able to win around the last Champions League. So you win here, and we won on Sunday as well. I'm sure. See a streak no kwana question. So your panta there. Then there's good news for you. Koko fana ko channel tentem na GB and then you may obviously, of course, if you are new to the channel, thank you very much for subscribing to fmanfred. Subscribe to the channel now, turn your notification and make sure that notification turn no obe choose all very, very important set obe subscribing what turn notification what choose all in the notification turning is very, very important. Of course, I have Manfred on YouTube, and then there are lots of things that we want to delve into for you. First of all, there was the breaking news about our brand friend Matthias Tell, and like I was telling you, 29 days into January, and just a day or two to end the January transfer window. Still, Chelsea signing any player, even in terms of outgoing players. And now I saw a lot of your messages, comments, and those are the questions that I want to come in and answer. But yesterday, what I was saying was that Abrante's friend Matthias Tell, for the very first time in the January transfer window, has decided said he would want to go on and then leave FC Bayern Munich. In fact, in the last video I posted on Matthias Tell, there are 13 comments in there. Most of them are questions. The one before that, Matthias Tell conversation, there was 23 comments in there. I tried to answer most of them. And we'll go into the comment section, and I'll go into view or we'll talk about it. But what I was saying was that social Matthias Tell, Chelsea wants Matthias Tell because almost a goal scoring winger. That's why they want Matthias Tell. And throughout the transfer window, Matthias has said no to Chelsea. No in the sense that now I catch a Bayern for. He said he didn't want to move away from FC Bayern Munich. He wants to succeed at Bayern Munich. Into Munyan and on now on money ball. Now Chelsea were waiting. Bayern for the shader at the pressure so pressure on the tone so they didn't do it the normal way. They did it a little bit in an a little bit of an inverted pressure sort of. Pressure on the tone was that they decided not to give him minutes for the last 3 games now, boy, by mention. So they sent a clear message to him indirectly for him to know, say, oh, 100 crown I want. Maybe I don't want to share any be a mossa. And you don't baby. Try and then accept the offer and be free other places about na koko ball honor. Send be come out. And that's where in Ranajo we heard the news. So Abrantia, your friend Matthias Tell has gone to Christoph Wayne and our catcher, our sporting director, and he said that he wasn't going to leave FC Bayern Munich, but he's beginning to change his mind, and then everything is going to go on well for them. And that's what happened last night, and Matthias Tell is beginning to change his mind. In fact, what we are hearing is that Chelsea in corner Matthias Tell said Alejandro Garnacho, Echo Napoli, and as a Rashford, every Manchester United. We are hearing that Manchester United are also interested in Matthias Tell, and it tells you. One time, I think somewhere about 2 years or so, or a year ago, Ombisa Thomas Tuchel said, what does he say about a branch of Matthias Tell? What Tuchel said about Tell was that he can put games on a completely different level. And he was talking about his clinical instincts and his killer instincts in and around the box as a player. And Solskjaer under Thomas Tuchel, almost every time Matthias Tell near Chelsea, it's in Matthias Tell. As a goal scoring winger, or goals, or goals amount, they see it to be very, very important for a player like Matthias Tell, and that's why Chelsea want to do the deal for a brighter friend Matthias Tell now. They know that Matthias Tell, he can change something in them, and then they believe that as a player of his caliber and the quality and the experience he has had in the German Bundesliga. No, it's going to be a good one for Brentford friend Matthias Tel to come in and play some good football for Team and Friend FC, Chelsea Football Club. And that's why Chelsea were pushing, Manchester United, all of those clubs were pushing for Brentford friend Matthias Tel. I also did say Matthias Tel about Chelsea, and as I said, Chelsea is starting negotiations no proper with Matthias Tel. It is most likely said to include our Brentford friend Christopher Nkunku. And yesterday, somebody said something, asked me about Christopher Nkunku. See, in Nkunku's style, any style of play, doesn't really fit what Chelsea want to do right now. Nkunku usually fits more teams as a second striker. Throughout his days where he has succeeded in Paris Saint-Germain Academy, for the French national team, French junior teams, RB Leipzig, Nkunku has succeeded as a second striker, where there is always the arrowhead, there is always the big bulky guy, like what Manchester City are doing with Erling Haaland and Omar Mamouche. So if you watch the game against Man City the last time, what Man City did was that they wanted somebody to pick it around Erling Haaland, and that's where you see say Omar Mamouche fell forward and the likes to pick up those balls and get in behind from them. And that's the kind of player Brentford friend Christopher Nkunku for Team and Friend of Chelsea Football Club. But he hasn't really gotten to that level. He hasn't gotten to the level and him saying Nkunku about the ball or by RB Leipzig or German Bundesliga. I mean, in a season where he was able to unseat Robert Lewandowski as the highest goal scorer our German Bundesliga, and it tells you, say, I mean, truly, he was a top player in the sense that he will give you goals, he will give you assists, and for you to unseat Robert Lewandowski, it means that you're a very, very serious player. But since about Chelsea haven't seen those qualities from him, and that's why for me, Nkunku is struggling. In the game against Manchester City, when Nkunku came in, I didn't see any change essentially from Christopher Nkunku. There was more of the same. It was the same thing over and over again, dropping deeper, trying to come and have some of the ball to play. And that's not what Chelsea wanted. Chelsea needed goals at a time. And that was the worry for for our Brentford friend Christopher Nkunku since he became Chelsea player up top over there. And that's the question where they've asked several times, said, can Nkunku get a job done? And then Oko in front of Massa. Massa said, we have never experienced a night like this. It is true. Never experienced a night like this. And we'll talk about that very, very soon over there in terms of games now, because the medical cassette Oko down in the description of the video. There are Betway codes or picks or so we a panther. Go and pick them up. Nakoko chat in your cash go bottom because it's important to be in your cash. I show bottom. Maybe come on over there. So that's it with a brand here. The friend of Christopher Nkunku. That's it with Christopher Nkunku and the conversations that come with him, how good he has been, and all of the conversations around Christopher Nkunku and Matthias Tel over there inside transfer updates now. Christopher Nkunku there. Once Matthias Tel becomes concrete, is going to move to the club of friend Chelsea, and Chelsea are going to have a branch here. Your friend Christopher Nkunku in their rounds. And now, after say Al Nassr for the medicals of a branch here, your friend Victor Boniface here or Germany. In fact, and now the money that they were giving to Victor Boniface is huge. Let me catch you say now Victor assigning contract extension or FC by an offer just the last few months or so ago. Now, signing contract extension is still Leverkusen phone is a selling club. So obviously, for big money like this, they are obviously going to let the player go. Now, somebody's going to buy him to team my friend or see buying for Leverkusen, somewhere around 50-60 million thereabouts for Victor Boniface, and the club budge. Once the club budge, Victor Boniface who's kind of 15 million. He also needs to say it is career changing money. I mean, life changing money. And team my friend Al Nassr for the brand until now, or any BBA or any medicals way. Now, so Bekaya, last night I told you said after Al Nassr following any Victor Boniface, it means that now Aston Villa phone will lower their price for John Duran and maybe Chelsea can get him. What happened last night is that immediately we left here, the days I'm coming here. Al Nassr went back to Aston Villa. They told them, say they would want a branch here friend of John Duran again on permanent basis, and they are willing to pay the 80 million Aston Villa for Ekase they want for a branch here friend John Duran. Al Nassr started official talks with Boniface just a day ago. Negotiations went on with Boniface or John Duran. One of them for Al Nassr as reviewed on Monday. But as it stands now, Arsenal went back to John Duran, trying to beat Chelsea for to a striker targets in January. Arsenal for now have been very, very stubborn. They want 2 players that will play next to Abrantia, your friend Cristiano Ronaldo, or Saudi Pro League. They want 2 players that will play next to them. And Victor Boniface or Abrantia, your friend John Durant, is going to be there, and they'll have the conversation over there. Saudi Arabia for still are bidding for players at Europe, and one of them Abrantia, friend of Vinicius Junior. And now Umbisa Carlo Ancelotti about the Saudi Arabia bids on Vinicius Junior. And what Carlo Ancelotti can say, I can tell you that Vinicius Junior wants to stay and win titles with Real Madrid. If a player leaves for Real or Saudi, I understand everything in football, like Toni Kroos' decision, but Vinicius wants to stay here and choose glory in there, because that's important to him in terms of what he wants to do as a player over there. Still, Karim Adeyemi is on the radar of Chelsea Football Club, still in quest for a goal-scoring winger. I said it yesterday, said, Nya Chelsea epe, a winger will move like a striker. Winger, or any normal as a striker. Winger, or person shoot goals, or person creative, or person is very important like a striker. That's what Chelsea Football Club are looking for. And that is why most of the players now, Komodo Mudinya, are wingers that give you goals. And Karim Adeyemi is one of such players. That's why Chelsea are looking in the direction of our branch friend Karim Adeyemi as it stands now. Chelsea would want to go and do the deal for him. And now Fabrizio was saying, I understand Adeyemi's current decision is to stay at Borussia Dortmund this month as of now. Despite Napoli interest in other PL clubs are keen. He is not expected to continue at Dortmund as it stands now. But we'll wait to see, because there can be a twist of events over there for Karim Adeyemi over there. It's important. So they have that conversation about Abrantia friend Karim Adeyemi and him moving away to Tima, away from Tima, your friend FC Dortmund, our German Bundesliga name. It's an important one. And now Chelsea for central midfielder Norma coming very close to Hellas Verona force midfielder Norma coming very close to Berlin. Abrantia has moved to the other side of the French Ligue 1 to go and play for Rennes. He decided to move away to go and play for Rennes. And there was a game on the Brazilian Premier League, and Estevão Willian was in there. He featured very, very important game for Abrantia friend Estevão Willian. And oh boy, versus Red Bull Bragantino. First half, he was the most fouled player 4 times. And first half, we need the most 7 times. And you can see the physical ability. So Asha, almost every time here we are discussing Estevão Willian, we say one of the things that he needs to improve is the physical conditioning of the game, especially in a place like the English Premier League. You want a proper physical conditioning. Against wingers, fullbacks, defenders will bully you every time, and he needed to improve it. And what we are hearing, and he said, Abrantia friend Estevão Willian has improved the physical conditioning and yesterday was one of the best games over there. First half, we need the most duels over there. Estevão is becoming physically a monster. 7 out of 8 duels won in the first half was impressive for Abrantia friend Estevão Willian. And now Solskjaer, he posted before the game, said he is going to play a big game for himself. Any team, of course, for Chelsea fans, no, it was very, very important over there. And Estevão Willian was very good. We give him, Chelsea will need him in the next coming windows. Next summer, Estevão Willian most likely will be moving to Chelsea as an important player on the wing. For Chelsea, for as a team, pay goals on the wing there, then definitely this can happen with Abrantia, your friend Estevão Willian, when he is able to move from the Brazilian league to come and play in the English Premier League. They were fouling Estevão Willian in the first half several times, but he was still in it. And very, very good guys, Estevão Willian, top player in that regard. You give him a lot of credit for all of that. And then Champions League games are there, and that's why in front of Massa, they say, we have never witnessed a night like this. We have never seen a night like this. And that's what is in front of Massa for big games that are going to go on. Villa, Celtic, Leverkusen, all of these games, and like I said, the codes of all of those matches, the bets of all of those matches, the predictions, they were on in bet to it, our description of the video. So just pick it up. Because the name media, it is more or less like Sikakuku. And you need to win some good money. 150 my friend on YouTube, and I get the BBI share so amount on her over there. I think the big one, Manchester City in a big game against Club Brugge. Omni said if they don't get a job done, if they don't beat Club Brugge with a very good margin, they may not qualify. And that's exactly what they are doing. Said they will try and then go in the game against Club Brugge and then get a job done against them. Chelsea are in advanced talks with 16-year-old defender Dena, 10.5 million Brazilian defender over there at Chelsea Fono are in advanced talks with his young centre back friend Dena from Corinthians Fono, and they are in advanced talks for him. Of course, this is where we draw the curtain on fmanfred on YouTube. Like we said, you're not subscribed to the channel, you should turn on notification. But we'll see you very soon. Do take care. Bye bye.